Kevin, Mark the Soldier, Laura, and Bill.
Did I say anything that would really offend you?
The crew is in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anything can happen.
You know, I didn't mean the things I was saying.
It usually does.
No, I know.
Deep in the ivy.
Smells like bitch in here. Oh, what the hell?
And it's not me for once.
From the Mac of all trades studio in Fairport, New York, it's Billified, the Bill Moran podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Busy weekend, and we're taping this on the last day of the Hoochie Festival, which is local, and I usually try to avoid talking about things that are more timely on the podcast just because, but I have to tell you, I am so impressed with what it's the idea of Tommy Burnett, but I think the engineering and the setup is absolutely 100%.
Well, he only does the best. You know what I mean? He's only going to get the best.
Sean McCarthy, but I mean, it's unbelievable. And then Tommy did a lot of marketing stuff, but you have to see the way this is all set up. And I know you're going to go later today, Laura.
Yeah.
It's really, really impressive. And then I wasn't as familiar with some of the bands. Like, I knew Guster, but I didn't really know Guster. I knew My Morning Jacket, but I always associated them with my sister because she was a fan.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, My Morning Jacket.
God, I'm old.
Yeah, okay. So, but these are bands that have been around for almost 40 years.
See,
geez.
I miss the 90s.
Why?
I just missed the whole 90s thing. And it's because I was so pissed off that the 80s went away because I loved 80s music.
Oh, okay.
And then I liked the grunge, but the grunge took over from what was the modern rock.
Right. And then that sort of dissipated. But I got to tell you, I went to see Tommy's band because Dan's wife was singing backup.
Oh, okay. Beth was in it.
Beth was in it. And they were fantastic. And Tommy's got so much energy and he was great. And Sean came out and played drums on a song.
I saw your video of him shirtless playing drums. And if you know.
I don't think he was shirtless.
Yes,
was he?
he was. If you know anything about Sean, that man is always shirtless. Okay. He loves to rip his clothes off. It's an ongoing joke with that family.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought I couldn't tell.
Yep.
Well, see, women know, and I figure I usually notice things.
Well,
So
I know that family very well.
Who's Sean?
Sean is Sean McCarthy, the
McCarthy.
owner of McCarthy Tents and what is it?
Tents and Events.
Tents-
McCarthy
okay.
Tents and Events.
There we go. Thank you.
And him and his wife are very visual, execute things. And
the setup is amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to
the
see it.
whiskey tent is incredible when you go in there, and there's no way. I mean, I'd love to meet the person that burned through all their tickets because you'll get tickets when you go in there to the World of Whiskey.
Okay.
It comes with the.
I don't
those
really
tickets.
drink whiskey, but
No, I mean, they have tastings. There's
I'll try
cream
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's bourbon bacons. There's different ones. I saw a brewery down by my mom. Well, actually, it's on a dirt road by where I went to elementary school.
Oh.
It's called the Deconic Distillery, and they have great stuff, and they were there. And but every single thing was like, every table was booked. I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just so well done. And the space, and I will tell you this, I live in this town. You can't hear the music outside really the venue.
well, that's good.
And I think it's just naturally acoustically that way. And a lot of people were saying, because there's sort of an up and coming stage, right? Artists who are up and coming. That stage, I don't think you could hear the main stage from.
Oh, really? Because I was wondering,
close. Yeah,
like,
they're
you
close.
have to walk back and forth
You do to see
between the stages. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I stayed up by the main stage where Tommy played. Then it was Guster, and I was amazed at the number of people who came out for Guster. They were cool. He came out in the crowd. He got
really?
had the longest. They put together wires. The guys over in VIP walking around, then down in the front walking around, and then back up on stage. And then My Morning Jacket, I didn't realize what a jam band they were.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I was not going to stay.
Yeah.
But my buddy Rob Rice was there, and I went out and just stood with them in the main crowd there, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was a great vibe. I just was like really, really impressed the way these guys did it. Yeah. I mean,
we saw like drone footage from the first night, and it looked insane.
Yeah. But
because you were there both days, right?
I was there
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't obnoxious though. You didn't feel crowded or like you couldn't, you know how I mean? Yeah. Sometimes these things get, not that at all. It was really well done, and I hope they keep it at this spot.
I know that they really wanted to bring it over to Fairport because that's where Heather and Sean are from. They love Fairport. So I think that they plan to keep it there because I know that they had to fight hard to get it there.
And then you went to the Bills, I guess, inaugural game at the stadium, right? First professional game. It was preseason, but
it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the stadium is absolutely gorgeous. Renee and I were gifted VIP. Well,
look at this. My God, you're so fancy over there. All right.
We were in the M&T suite. So it sort of is like, well, we get this experience for preseason, and now the rest of the season we're going to be paying $700 to be up in the nosebleeds. So it was pretty funny, but it was gorgeous.
Joe Brady did something that McDermott has never done.
And what's that?
Allen played 3 series.
Yep.
And looked good.
And looked freaking great.
Yeah. I mean, they got through a couple times the line.
Right. He got sacked.
He got sacked, twice, I think.
He's going to take sacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's better. Taking a sack's better than throwing a pick, I guess.
I agree. You still have possession of the ball.
Right.
I will say when Keon Coleman got that first touchdown, the first touchdown in the new stadium, it was wild.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that it was Coleman because
all this stuff.
He's fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe this is, what's this, his third season now?
Yeah, he does good in preseason every year, though. And he just,
does he?
Yeah.
That's such a hard, I mean, you watch that game, man, and I go, that is such a physical and mental and like, I mean, who was it? Who's the new receiver they got from Chicago? Used to play with the Panthers. Anyway, I'm watching a highlight today, and I saw this on the game last night. He caught a pass and then starts waving at the defender to come tackle him. Like he's welcoming the contact. And I go, man, don't get hurt. We're just beginning here.
Yeah.
We're just already got the quarterback who taunts the whole defense.
Yeah.
The quarterback. He fucks with that defense, with the defenses.
Yeah.
He gets in their head.
I think he's so competitive, like, that you can't help it, right? That you get almost, there's an anger. Like, there's a low burning anger that just.
He's like Rocky. You know how Rocky was really just a really nice guy, but when he went in the ring, he just turned into somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you find that inner, like, you got to go deep sometimes to dig that out and keep going. There were complaints about the stadium for some people saying they had the obstructed
views. And that's,
did you see that?
Not from where we were sitting, but we did start looking up in the upper deck to see where there could be obstructed views, because I did see some posts on Instagram and everything of people complaining. I couldn't really tell, but maybe we saw a few spots where if you were at the very end of the aisle in the very last row, maybe you couldn't see, which sucks. That's
no, I'm with you, because I said it's like 1% of the seats. I think the stadium came out and said, but if I'm paying for a private seat license on top of all these new charges, I'm not happy.
You should be seeing it first.
There's no excuse for how it was built to have a single seat. There are some where it's the plexiglass, and then there's like a little metal top, and it's a little bit of a line. Okay, but when you see the upper deck and there's the cement walls and you can't see around it, that's absurd. That's absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Well, look, I keep going. I'm not an architect. I don't know if anybody knows that, so I have no idea. But I would be
whatever
pissed.
The structural engineer was.
I would be obstruction in every building or stadium that you're going to build.
Right, but if you do that, and then they said, well, we sent everybody renderings of their seat. can they read a blueprint? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, and if it's a rendering, it's probably a 3D rendering. We've got AI and all this shit now. So, but still,
It just gave people something to bitch about, and it gave the media something to bitch about, and it gave ESPN something to bitch about. It gave Miami fans something to bitch about. It's 1% which they have 6 weeks to take care of before.
Well, the other thing is, if you can't take care of it structurally, at least give them one of the seats for free.
That's
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use that as a freebie. Here you go. You know,
right?
So we walked around. We watched the first 3 quarters, and then we walked around the stadium to see it. And one thing that we noticed that was really nice is all the concessions are sort of built in. So when you are walking through just the stadium,
the concourse,
you're not like walking. There's not people that are in line for
food like the old
out
stadium.
in the way.
Right.
All the food is like built in, so the concourse is clear, which that just seemed very nice.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than that, especially when you go to a Red Wings game.
Oh, when you can't really get through the aisle, everybody's out in the thing.
I hate that.
You don't know that because you don't ever hang out with the.
Oh,
I was at a game the other week.
Yeah, so there. I take that.
I still go to the games. I don't care. I was a lifelong supporter.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
And you know what? And
I grew up going.
I and the team appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, I think the world of that for
VIP fan rating.
VIP fan. They do have, and this was funny because I discussed this when Dan was here, and he didn't know what these were. But Mark will know what they are, and I wouldn't be surprised that you do as well. They have 7 sensory rooms in that stadium.
Which is amazing.
At the Bill Stadium.
At the new Bill Stadium.
Yeah.
7 sensory rooms is the most in the world at any stadium.
That's awesome. It's amazing.
And it's not just for kids. It's for that fucking asshole that gets pissed off. They throw him in there so he can have his temper tantrum.
Well,
like me.
Could you imagine you got like an autistic 8-year-old in there, and in the corner is a 52-year-old man who's rocking back and forth because Joe Brady called the timeout at the wrong fucking time, and he's about to lose $3,000. You know what I mean? It's like, I go, that's what I'm picturing in my head. When it comes to home improvement, you've got choices. Let's say there's a hole in the bedroom wall, and somehow nobody in the house knows how it got there. You could fix it. I mean, there's always YouTube, right? But 3 hours later, it's going to look like a patch job. Not even a good patch job. And how about that leak under the kitchen sink? Yeah, you said you'd get to it, and that was what, 2.5, 3 months ago? If we're being honest, we all have that list. The one where deep down, you're not totally sure you've got the skills to pull it off. If it's my list, I'm calling Mac of all trades. Holes in the wall, handled. Leaky sinks, done. Full kitchen remodel, yeah, they got that too. And hey, warmer weather's coming. How's that deck looking? Need it extended? Rebuilt? Outdoor patio? Don't be a deckhead. Call Mac of all trades, 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. And you can see all they do online at macofalltrades.net. They'll handle it, so you don't have to.
Ready to start a podcast? Bill Moran Productions is ready for you. Simply go to BillMoranProductions.com and fill out our Contact Us form. Or call us anytime. 585-206-8866. Your voice, your story. Bill Moran Productions handles the rest.
Let me tell you this other thing that I find very interesting, and I don't know the message that we're sending, but somebody, I'm at Hoochie and goes, hey, and they start bringing up some people. And I saw some college buddies there. And they bring up a woman we used to go to college with, and they said, hey, did you hear so-and-so has gotten divorced? Have you seen her? And I said, no. And I'm looking at this person, and they pull up a picture. Attractive, right? But she was naturally a very pretty woman. Now she's approaching probably mid-50s, right? Maybe in her early 50s. And she looks... My first reaction was that she looks older, but more like she looks different. The lips were just slightly puffed. The Botox was there. Your forehead looked like you left a detail shop. You know what I mean with the fucking. But you know what I'm saying with the shine,
filler and all
yes.
that.
And I go, what the hell are we telling women that as they approach 50, that makes looking 50, like naturally looking 50 is better than trying to look 35.
Do you have a name?
I'm not. No.
Well, you can just say it and then beep it out.
Well, we wouldn't know her anyways, would we?
Well, I just wanted to pull her up and see if her Facebook profile is like.
Well, it's not.
You know.
They're not super plumped lips.
Okay.
I'm actually forgetting her last name. That's why I can't give it to you because I don't remember, and I think she's back to her maiden name. I don't remember, or she's still the married name. But either way, and I'm just watching this, and I go, you know, for women, it must be hard, but I think as guys, I kind of go,
Joe hates the lips.
yes.
I do too.
I mean, I have very naturally plump lips, so I don't worry about that. I say I do get Botox in my forehead. I get it about twice a year. So you can see I'm wrinkled right now, but I know people who get filler in their chin, in their lips, in their cheeks.
Yes. Yes. And I'm
Botox
telling you,
every
it starts to look
6
bad.
weeks.
This person's head, because they show me in multiple photos, there is one picture of this person and their kid, and the head looks fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my God. And this is, I was like, I'm remembering somebody who was 21.
Yeah.
Right? Or I have actually seen them at reunions and things, so that's not true. But I'm like, wow. And I go, apparently women, I mean, we want you to age.
The beauty standards are crazy.
But as long as nobody can tell you're aging.
Yeah.
That's the thing we want. You know what I mean?
And I talk about, I don't normally wear makeup. I have makeup on today because I'm going to a bridal shower right from here. I remember one time I was at BTB and somebody came up to me and said, "You're a lot prettier than you look on the podcast."
Oh my God. Oh my God. Speaking of that, yesterday got the greatest compliment. I'm standing along the railing on this side stage thing. A guy goes, "Hey, are you Bill Moran?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "I love your podcast. Let me buy you a beer."
Aww.
And I paused, and I'm standing by people like that usually chide the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I didn't see them. They were behind me. I was talking with Danny and his wife and this guy, and I'm just leaning back. I hadn't seen these guys, and I turned to my right, and one of them owns a bar in Fairport. It's not Damien.
Okay.
And I looked to my right, and I go, "I'm so glad you motherfuckers were standing right there to hear that." And they go, "Did you not believe him? You had to see the look on your face." I go, "Yeah, I was waiting for I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing."
I've had people ask me, "Are you Laura from the Bill Moran podcast?" And I say yes, but never has anyone been like, "Well, you're actually a lot prettier than you look on the podcast."
Did that make you feel good? What do we have to do to these cameras?
Just laughed. I was like, I show up.
Bad lighting.
I show up there like I don't give a fuck. I will roll out of bed and come here. I don't care.
The new place I work, they all listen, which could cause problems.
Yeah,
down the road.
We'll help you.
I
We'll
had a
keep
friend
you.
one time say, "Can I introduce you to my husband?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm a big fan of the podcast."
Yeah, they
Great.
wanted more than that.
What? He loved the way
Wait,
she's
did
like,
you hear about the guy who fixed my hot tub last year?
Yes,
Because he
vaguely.
didn't charge me. He was like, "I heard your voice. The call came in." Because I called Northeastern and they're like, "Call this tech guy." And he recognized my voice and he showed up and he fixed my hot tub.
What the fuck? I've been in this business for over 30 years. Has anybody ever said to you once that they recognized your voice?
Yes.
You have a very distinctive voice.
you have a
though.
distinctive
But
voice.
I've been
I have a
also,
nasally
I was
voice.
on, like, I was on shows. You know what I mean? I was the lead guy of shows.
Right, but you
Right.
still have a distinctive voice.
Yeah. But I don't know. Well, let me ask you something going back to this. And I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Put her on the spot.
But when
Me.
because it's going to sound weird and people
Okay.
will go, "How could you ask her that?" But when did you first become aware your face was aging?
Going through a divorce.
Okay.
Like,
and did it bother you?
Yeah, I think, well, I would say after the second kid is when I realized like the under eyes, the losing the sleep and everything. And then going through a divorce is when I felt like I was getting the frown lines and the wrinkles.
But I want your forehead to fucking communicate with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's unspoken language here.
I was fine with it and everything. And then I think I was like, all right, I want to have good skin my whole life. And so I did start with the Botox. But that's, again, the only thing I do. And I only do a little bit because they say it will help ward off more wrinkles in the future as well.
I have a solution.
What's that?
You should show your boobs off more and no one will look at your face.
Laura apparently posted pictures of her at the new Bills Stadium, the new Highmark Stadium, and it did. I go, let me see this. It looked like it was taking the Bills' entire offensive line to hold these fucking things back.
I didn't know.
I mean, they were all out there. Deion Dawkins, the whole crew. They're holding those bad boys back.
I think that's why the guy told me I look better in person than on the podcast, because I do have large boobs and I never show them off. I am always in t-shirts.
Does it look like right now that she has large boobs? So look, it doesn't.
But no, I never.
I was in a tight crop top. It was like it practically was like a sports bra. I have a friend who is single right now. She posts a lot of photos. She has Botox and everything, but also all of her selfies that she posts are very filtered.
Oh, these filters. What the fuck?
Joe knows her very well as well. And he says, I would be so pissed if that's who I thought I was matching with and I show up on a date. She's still very attractive, but it is so different.
What are you're cheering over?
The Matt Reese story is my favorite.
Why? Oh, did he do a dating app and meet somebody?
No, he met somebody. I don't know how he met her.
Yeah.
And she looked freaking smoking. She walked in, she looked like an Amazon, right?
Yeah.
She totally didn't look like she did. So he tried to put her on me. Like,
I would get that on dating apps. I'd be like, people would say, you're a lot prettier in person than in your photos.
Yeah. I guess you have a photogenic problem there. What the hell's going on over there? My God.
My eye gets really squinty when I smile.
Yeah, well, no one cares if you put your tits out. Then they're all happy. I mean, Mark's like going, hey, no one's looking at your face. But there is. Like, what did I say? Face. What did I say that a dating app was like used car shopping? Right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I go, you never heard this? I did. That's what my comparison was. I've never heard anybody say that either, but I said it was like, you're going to buy a car, right? All you get are the good pictures, right? They give you different angles, the interior and stuff. And then you get there's a few dings in the bumper. There's a little scratch along the gas tank, this sort of shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And that's where, like, I don't know. I like to think that what you see is what you get with me, but I don't know. And
I think that was sort of my approach, is going with low expectations and then succeed. I think that's I like that in life because I don't like disappointing people. So if
set the expectations.
Be very realistic about expectations.
Well, what do they used to tell you? Like the big business models were always, under promise and over deliver. Yeah. Right. Under promise, over deliver. And I would say you could apply that to some of these things as well. And you know what I say, Laura, I was thinking about this and I go, men will say they prefer natural beauty, right? Don't we all say that, Mark? I mean, to a certain extent, we prefer natural beauty, but simultaneously we're rewarding women who look young because all of a sudden, some guy is so full of shit. He says that, but then he's following a 27-year-old on Instagram who has $14,000 worth of dermatology done to her face, and you know what I mean. And then how are you going to
shut up?
With that?
I told you not to talk about that.
It's crazy because there will be 50-year-old women who try to look like they're 30, and then there's 18-year-old girls who already do so much to their skin that they look older.
Yes. That's true. And I think you're starting, when you do that, everybody starts to look the same. It's like we're creating one face that everybody's passing around. And I feel bad because I looked at this person yesterday and I'm like, wow, that is a naturally pretty person. But what the fuck message are we sending that you're going to, I don't know. It's kind of one of these things. Because I always think, where exactly does taking care of yourself become refusing to accept yourself?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the bigger thing. You ever notice how people drive around with a garage full of junk while complaining they're broke? If you don't have any friends that do that, it might be you. How about that rusty grill? Maybe you got a pile of copper wire or a random chunk of metal that's been sitting behind the shed since the Clinton administration. Yeah, all of that is money. And that's where Premier Metal Recycling comes in. These guys know value, like real value, not internet math, actual cash value. Whether it's scrap steel, copper, brass, aluminum, Premier Metal will tell you what it's worth and put money in your hand. Honestly, it's one of the few places left where cleaning out your garage can actually pay off. They have 2 convenient locations, 909 West Linden Avenue in East Rochester and 11 Carn Street in downtown Rochester. You can also check daily pricing and exactly what materials they're buying at premiermetalgroup.com. Or, if you're feeling friendly, give them a call directly at 585-436-4020. Premier Metal Recycling, because your junk pile might actually be your emergency fund. You never think you're going to need a personal injury attorney until you do. It's not something you plan for. You know, one minute you're just living your life. Next thing you know, you're dealing with an accident, an injury, missed work, and a whole lot of stress you didn't ask for. And here's the truth. Insurance companies, they've got a plan. They know exactly what they're doing. The question is, do you? That's why if it's me, I'm calling Connors and Ferris. They know the system, they know how to fight, and more importantly, they know how to take care of people when things get messy. You're not just a case file to them. They walk you through it step by step and make sure you're not getting pushed around when you're already down. So if life throws you one of those moments, don't try to figure it out alone. Call Connors and Ferris or visit connorsandferris.com with offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. Because when it matters most, you want someone in your corner who actually knows how to win. Connors and Ferris. One guy can say, "You look beautiful tonight," and she's smiling, and another guy says the same words, and she's texting her friends, "If I disappear, the guy's name is Gary." You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so where do you? So I'll ask Laura first, and then I know, because you brought up. This is how we got on this. Yeah. What actually separates flirting from creepy?
I think it's how the woman, you can tell if a woman wants to engage.
Yeah.
Or if they don't.
Right.
If they want to engage, flirt. If they don't, and you keep going, that's fucking creepy.
Okay. All right. Because I mean, how much does being attracted to the guy kind of determines whether something feels flirty or creepy? Is that fair?
Yeah, but again, attractiveness is just one part. It's energy. It's what the vibe of what you want that night. There could be a guy who's attractive that's trying to flirt with you, but if you that night are not in the mood and he won't stop pestering you, that's creepy. Or annoying.
Do you have any guy friends that are creepy?
Besides you?
I guess that's where I was going. That's totally where I was going.
I have a fucking creepy uncle. I'll tell you this story.
Why? What do you mean?
Because when my high school friends and I used to go down to my family's cottage, we have a volleyball court, and my uncle would sit there, and we'd all be in bikinis playing volleyball, and my uncle would sit there taking pictures.
That is creepy. I don't even do that.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
But it's for the family photo album.
Yeah.
Or us to look
really.
back, you know? Mm-hmm. Here's my theory on Creepy Mark, and I think...
Creepy Mark?
No.
He just did say that.
I did, but here's my theory on Creepy, Mark. That's what I meant. Mm-hmm. I think it's an inability to read the room.
Yeah.
Would that be fair? It's an inability for the guy to read the room. Absolutely. That can lead you to be creepy.
There was a guy that I hung out with a couple summers ago. He had Asperger's. And I think he could have been viewed as creepy to a lot of people because even a few of my friends that he met, they were like, I just don't understand. And I'm not going to say his name. And
But you hung out with him.
Yeah. I met him through some mutual friends, and I enjoyed him in a weird way. It was never going to be someone I actually dated, but
Did you? Okay.
I don't know. It was just like different conversation. There was something that intrigues me about him.
Ask her what you were just going to ask her.
Yeah, you can ask me whatever.
Well, here's why I'm going to ask. My son was diagnosed with Asperger's, my oldest son.
Oh, okay.
And I know that there are things, and I can always see it. That is no longer a diagnosis, by the way.
No, it's not.
He was older. He never was married. No kids. But sometimes he would say things that would offend me, and I would just be like, "That's sort of funny."
How does someone offend you?
Well, I mean, right?
It was more about my intellectual ability, my running a business,
and they don't even necessarily mean to be mean. They're just being black and white. I mean, they're like...
It was sort of funny because I have thick skin. And again, I was not looking for an actual relationship.
Can you remember what was said, like intellectually, business-wise?
I think it was, do you really run a business or do you just live off your ex-husband's money? Right. And it was just like,
well, isn't that a sexist thing to say?
Well, but it
was just sort of funny.
No, I mean, it's like, I think there probably have been other guys that had that thought, but had the filter not to say it.
Yeah.
Or said it in a certain way. It was like, wow, it must be really hard running a business.
Well, yeah.
Especially after a divorce. Hopefully you've got, starting a business, you don't usually have a lot of money coming in.
I do think, like, on our second date, he's like, so am I going to get to see your boobs tonight?
Shut the fuck up. He did? Oh, my God.
See, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to feel it out to make sure that
of course, but you don't have Asperger's.
I understand.
And that's why he was very...
Did he see your boobs?
Eventually.
Yo! That's all I want to know is my man's getting right.
I think it's all on how you approach the person, too.
It really is.
But a lot of times there's body language that's giving off, stay away from me or bring it on.
But sometimes I can't read your face with so much fucking Botox in there. I need your forehead to communicate to me. If your fucking eyebrows look like everybody tells you a secret and you're just, you know what I mean? Like you got that permanent look of a secret on your face. That's what who can do that? You can't really do that. But I think you're right. Here's what I would kind of, we'll close it out with the kind of this thing is I don't think men should be afraid to respectfully approach women.
No.
Right? And women shouldn't be expected to welcome every approach. I mean, we can't say that either.
Being hit on is like
somewhat of a compliment.
It's a very nice compliment. I think I told you about how the other month I had a mover who asked me, "Are you single?" And then followed up with, "Are you sure?" when I said, "No, I'm not." Like it felt great.
It did?
Yes.
Even with the "Are you sure?"
Yeah, because, I mean, he was a good-looking black man, and I was like, if I was single. But I'm not.
Oh, my God. All right, we'll wrap it up. Here's the thing. Make the offer, read the response, respect the response, fellas, and then you won't get labeled creepy.
Yeah.
I think that's how you do it.
That should be your saying at the end of every show.
Read the make the offer, read the response, respect the response,
and don't be creepy.
Oh, and don't be creepy. All right, maybe we'll do that.
Or just say don't be creepy.
No,
don't be creepy. Don't be creepy, fellas. Don't be creepy. For Laura, who had the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills working overtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For Mark, who went to Bryan Adams, got his shirt on. Looks good.
Yeah, bought it from one of the guys that sell it for $10.
Yes. I love those guys.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
Opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge he make us feel. My title have to wait. I'm either looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates. It was somewhere in the...
You're still here? Good. I've got one more thing. A guy came up to me this weekend, told me he loves Billified and that we actually add value to his life. And then asked if he could buy me a beer. Now, obviously, we know the answer, right? But it got me thinking, if this pirate ship adds value to your life, you can help keep it afloat for just $3 a month. Hell, you can support us for 3 months for less than one beer at most places. $3. Bigger seas, more adventures, same questionable crew, You'll find the link to support the pirate ship right in the episode description wherever you're listening. And no matter what you do, thank you for joining us on this pirate ship called Billified.
Welcome aboard the dirtiest pirate ship you've ever seen.
What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do?